We welcome everyone to our podcast, Walking This Way Impact Voice Podcast. It is Tuesday, June 6th, 2023. We are broadcasting from the Dallas Fort Worth, Texas. That's DFW, of course. I'm your host, Furman Jackson Jr. Along with me for the ride is Lady D. Desiree. How are you doing this evening?
I'm getting my shit together. I'm here.
Well, you always here.
Look at I'm here. Somewhat. Somewhat I'm here.
Well, you know what? I'm thankful that you did make it through the day and you still here with us and you're hanging out. And we know we got to do the show, of course, on Tuesday. So I'm very thankful that you're here with us, of course. And of course, we know we're going to have Shay join us, but whenever she time in, she'll time in. But of course, tonight we got in the studio with us. She's a native of the state of Montana, but now she makes Los Angeles, California home. She has a few singles out. One song is named Demon in the Sky, Save Yourself, which are available now on Spotify, Apple Music. Her name is Ellie Chase. Ellie, we welcome you to Walking This Way's Impact Voice podcast. Thank you for taking time on your productive schedule. Desiree spoke very highly of you, and I'm looking forward to hearing your story, your journey, how you went from Montana to LA, the connects. I'm looking forward to hearing it. I know Desiree got some great stories as well. So,
I'm excited too. Yeah.
so go ahead and take it away.
Where do you want me to start?
Well, first of all, I'll go to say you have what, 4 singles out now?
Yeah.
Yep, she's got 4 out total, and I'll like start for Ellie, okay? Because I know this is the first for her, but definitely the hardest thing I would say, like when she released she hadn't even released it yet. When she recorded her first song, she sent it to me, and she's like, "You can't tell anybody, like don't let anybody else get their hands on this." Do you know how hard it was for me not to just like send it to everybody to brag about her? It was so amazing. I cried. She knew it probably kind of hit home in a lot of ways on her very first one. And the name of your very first one was what, Ellie?
If you want to.
If You Want To. That was her first one that she released. And then her second one.
It was If You Want To, and then Hopeless Romantic were released on the same day. And then I had another release, which was Demon in Disguise, and then Save Yourself. So I dropped 2 singles on 2 different days.
Yes. And they did good. They did really good.
Yeah, they did pretty good.
That's what's up right there. So, the grind, the hustle. Of course, here on the podcast, we love hearing people's stories, extraordinary people as yourself who turned their dreams into reality and just making their whole life the way they want it to be. Because I do believe you can create the life we want to live, and you're an example of that. From Montana to LA. I just want to hear the journey. Like, how did it all started? Where did it all begin? Just take us to that journey. Take us on the behind the scenes to where you at today, which we know that you still scratching the surface, but we know that the story is not finished yet. So take us from the beginning.
Okay, it was super like spontaneous. Me going to LA like for the first time. It was literally, I had never traveled by myself or anything like that before, and I wasn't really the type to like go do something like that. I wouldn't say, and I didn't know anybody in LA, and I didn't really have a plan, but I just kind of left. I like booked a ticket. It was a couple days. It might have been the next day. It was either the following day or the day after that. But yeah, I just booked it and then I left. And I stayed originally for 3 months. It was just like, I don't know. It wasn't like originally supposed to be a move. It was supposed to just kind of be like a vacation and kind of see how it went. And then it ended up being like 3 months. And I wasn't even doing music at that point. It was just kind of going to LA to kind of experience something bigger than Montana, or like, I guess, more opportunities. They take it off out here rather than in Montana. And I actually went back home to Montana, and I stayed there for like, I want to say like a month or 2 before I left again. And that's when I like stayed for good. That was like, it was 2 days ago. It was a year. that I moved here. But I would say everything. It was just super like. I think everything fell into place the way like the whole universe was like wanted me to do the music stuff because my manager, or one of my first manager, the one that does If You Want To with me, he just DM'd me on Instagram out of nowhere, and he was like, "Hey, I see you do music. Like, can you send me something?" And I sent him the like original version of If You Want To, and it was like recorded on my phone, and it was like I hadn't like never been in a studio before, so it was all like I don't know, it was a whole mess. But I sent it to him. He was like, "Can you come to the studio tonight?" And I was like, yeah, sure. It was like 1 a.m. and I got dropped off in an Uber in like the creepiest like little corner in downtown LA. And I was like, oh my gosh, like this is gonna not be that great. But then, I mean, I still know him. I still talk to him today, and he's super great too. But we ended up making If You Want To that night in that studio. And then, yeah, I sent it to a few people. It took me forever to release it just because I didn't know. I don't know. It was like I wanted to be like a perfect release. So I wanted like everything to be in line, everything planned out before I released it. And then I kind of just realized that there wasn't ever going to be like a perfect time to do my first release. So I dropped it. And then ever since then, it's like, that's really when music was like actually an option for like a career instead of just a hobby. Because after If You Want To came out, then I was actually able to show people like something that I've done within music without like just showing them a little something recorded on my phone. And yeah, it's been, that's where I'm at like right now. That's currently. It's
And,
like,
and my version of all this would be, Furman, is that I get a text saying I'm in LA, and I all of a sudden just panic, okay? Because if you go our backstory, so, I've said on here before, I lived in Montana for 2 years. We're not going to go into how I came about with Ellie in my life, but that's a therapy session. And so, but Ellie became my daughter while I was there. Her sister, her mom is like absolutely like she's a sister wife for me. Like her mom and I just we were good. It was great. And so for me, having Ellie tell me she's in LA, first of all, Ellie can't drive worth a shit. So she literally almost killed us. And so I'm thinking her in LA is not okay with me. And then I'm like, who are you staying with? So that whole panic came in. And then when she sent me her song, I was like, okay, she's doing something. She's out of Montana. She did, of course, she was active with, cheer there at the big university in, Missoula. And so for me, it was definitely a scary thought of knowing that she was going to be somewhere else, but she's definitely done good. And it was like those two released, and then it wasn't how long after that the other two came out.
The first two were released on January 3rd, and then the other two, I want to say April 5th. I think it was April 15th. I know it was the 15th.
So. And you got to think, you were how old when you moved to LA?
The first time I visited was when I was 19, just turning 20. I think I was here for my 20th birthday, and then I was first, so 19.
So you're talking about a young girl who is very close with her family in Montana, and you got to know, like, I love Montana. Montana's the best. I will not say anything negative about Montana, but you're taking this little girl from Montana who's not even considered an adult yet, and you're throwing her out to LA, and then all of a sudden it was like, here's this big opportunity. And so it was exciting. I am so behind her. I support it. I love it. And I know now you've, of course, signed with a new manager. Is that correct?
Yeah. So I have multiple different people who help me with multiple different things. But, yeah, you do know of the new manager that I was telling you about the other day.
Yeah, and he's actually on a flight in, so if he can land, then he's gonna hop on with us so he can introduce himself as well. But so do you have any songs right now in the making, Ellie?
Yeah, I just went to the studio last night, and we recorded something. My friend Zeus, he had made the Hopeless Romantic beat, um, and so I went over there last night, and he made an entire new beat from scratch, and it was kind of different, but I like how he does his because it's different than what my typical like genre or like style of song would be if I were to choose like how the beat or instrumental will go. But when he does something like creative with like what he wants to do, then I can like challenge myself to kind of write with it, and I think that it's pretty good. It ended up pretty good, but we have to go and like obviously fix it up and like actually record it. But
So, and I didn't tell Furman like the story behind the whole, save yourself one. So tell him how that came about so that he kind of knows how that came into play in when you decided to call me and tell me about it.
okay, do you know who Jelly Roll is, or are you familiar with him at all?
I heard of him. I heard of Jelly Roll.
Okay, if you don't listen to Jelly Roll, like we're also gonna fight on that one, okay? Because that's my man there. Go ahead, Ellie.
My mom, I hadn't heard of him either before. My mom like sent me. She was like, "You have to like listen to this song," and it's called "Save Me," and she was like, it's like the guy version of your voice, like with how his style is and everything, and just what the song is about in general. I think you should do a response to it." And then I think it was a couple nights later I went and I wrote the response. So it's like it's like a cover, but it's a cover with my lyric, like a response. That makes sense to his.
And so when she actually sent it to me, she was like, "Do you know this song?" And I'm like, "Yes, I listen to that song all the time. Like, I love that song." And she was like, "No way." And so then she sent the recording that she'd made, as far as the kind of response to that song. She had sent it to me and she had said, "Well, my mom said I should do a response to this." And so she did, and it was fantastic. I love it. If anybody hasn't heard it, you should definitely go to Spotify and download her Save Yourself song. And Ellie, this is Coach Shay that just joined in on us. Is she froze or is she just like looking at me here?
I think she froze. Is you froze?
You're frozen, Coach Shay.
Stress.
I hear, but she froze. Yeah.
There she is.
I can see and hear y'all just fine. Can y'all hear me now?
A little. You're kind of going in and out.
Am I frozen?
You might have to time in and time. You might have to time out and time back in because you froze. We hear you, but it's like going in and out. All right.
So, Furman, have you taken a chance to listen to some of her stuff?
Yeah, I listened to a couple of tracks when I was working on promoting the show because I know the tracks are available. I know they play them on. It's on Facebook. It's on Instagram. So quite a few of her tracks. I heard a lot of her tracks on when I promote the show. Great stuff that you're doing. And how exciting to have your music being played on all social media platforms.
It's crazy. It's definitely never something like it's something I never thought that I would see. And now it's like everybody's posting and like sharing it. And so I think it's super cool when I see like people share it without even like I'm like, oh, I don't even really know this person, but still like I'm like tagged in it, like my music's tagged in it. So I think that's super cool.
Yeah, I know it is, and just the work that you're doing. And like I said, I know Desiree speaks very highly of you. She was very excited to have you on the show, and I'm very excited to meet you for the very first time. And just you went from Montana to LA to make a life for yourself. That's what I'm truly impressed with. That you want to further your career in music. So my question is, what artists would you love to work with? Which artist on your wish list?
Um, Good question. um, I would say like my top goal would be Ed Sheeran for sure because of his lyrics. I think that a lot of my inspiration from my lyrics comes from like how he writes his. So yeah, but
I want to say Furman, like I don't like I'm kind of like being like salty here when you keep saying like from Montana to LA. Like you act like Montana's bad. Like go to
No, I
Montana.
see. There you go. See, you want to put words
Go
in my
to
mouth.
Montana. I'm gonna defend the state of Montana. Okay, I'm gonna like
Well, I'm gonna
it
say
is
it. Well, I'm gonna say it
it is.
again.
It's amazing. It's amazing. I know what you're saying.
Yeah, the further your career, and like I said, just say just the fascinating of LA. So what? Since you're in LA, and what exciting parts you love about LA?
what did you say?
I said
What are the
what?
exciting parts of LA that you like?
Um, there's a lot. It's just like the energy, like all the time. Even if you're like whatever time of day or night that you're out, like someone is always out, like but and their energy is just as like, I mean, it matches yours in a way of like you're how do I put this? It's very inspirational just because of like people are all trying to like chase a dream out here. I would say, like the majority of people out here are trying to chase a dream.
Right.
And so I think that it's like the coolest part is just walking like even like on some of like the like Hollywood Boulevard. I think was my first the first time I realized this, but I was just like, wow, all these people are like passing out their CDs and like passing out all of these things just because they want to get like their voices heard, and like they are all just like trying to do something bigger than what they're doing now. And I think that that's cool, just because it's like always kind of motivates you to be a better person. I'd say not a better person, but like just to be better
Right.
and to like do better and to like reach your goals and all that and to push yourself. And a lot of the people here are the same way too. Like you have to find the good crowd though, because if you get lost in like the parties and like that type of thing, it's really easy to just continue doing that. And you're like, I mean, because it's cool. Like parties in LA, that's like that's easy to kind of be attracted to. But a lot of people fall into that and then kind of lose sight of what they originally were here for. And so I would say like the people that inspire you and like motivate you and all that, if you find the group of those people, then that's also part of it.
And we talk about that on the show a lot, don't we? About how you just got to stay goal focused. Like sometimes you have to sacrifice going to those late night parties when you really want to. Like, yeah, that sounds fun. I'd love to go and hang out at some party or go to the beach or something. But when you're out there to pursue a dream and you want to make sure that you make the most of it, it's about staying focused on what your goals are. And then sometimes you just got to make those sacrifices. And also, just as the mama in me to Ellie, of course, I stay on her ass because I want her to make good decisions while she's there and not get caught up with those wrong, with the wrong crowd. And so, which she does good check-ins all the time, mainly by the pool. But, she likes to show me pictures from right at the pool where the Hollywood sign is right behind her. I don't know why she wants to rub that in when she knows I'm a California, born in California myself. She likes to rub that in. But so Daquan, who is sometimes on the show with us, says, how much time does it take to put a song together for you, Ellie?
That's a good question, actually. It could take, I would say, like, the ideas come to me. I like write ideas down all the time. And then I'll use them, like, if I'm ever stuck. But for the most part, it will, I don't know, I hear, like, a beat or an instrumental, and I would say like it could go anywhere from like 10 minutes to like write those lyrics to like an hour. I would say I don't want to go past an hour of writing lyrics just because then it's like it's taking too long, so it's not like I don't have enough to say for the put enough lyrics or emotion into it. I don't know. I feel like the best songs, if it's gonna be a good song, I can write it like real quick. Those are like the best ones. Like If You Want To was it took me 12 minutes to write that one in the shower.
Man, that's what's up. So, writing music. So have you done any music videos yet?
None that none that are like serious. For like my actual music, I've done like one with my friend that was like for fun. It wasn't like either of our genre at all, but no, not yet. I'm planning on it though in the near future, like the.
And Coach Shay, we got you back on now. And so now we can introduce you properly to Coach Shay as well. And so thanks for coming back to being with us, Coach Shay. We've missed you. I know
You're
you've been
welcome. I'm happy to be back. I'm glad y'all can hear me now.
And so what you've just missed, really, Coach Shay, Ellie is, from Montana originally. I met her while I lived there. And became a second mom to Ellie, and her mom is like a sister wife to me. Like, long story, no, we're not going to explain it because that would be another show for us. And so, but Ellie and her sister and her brother are very near and dear to my heart. And so she, at 19, went to LA sporadically, thinking it was just going to be kind of like, let's get out of Montana and explore. Let's, and she did it like on a whim. She like bought the ticket and then like a day or two later just took off. And went there for like 3 months, and then she came back for a month, and then she went back, and somebody hit her up on social media and said, "Hey, would you do you have a song?" She sent him a song that was like on her phone, not good. He said, "Come to the studio," and she said she went at like 1 a.m. to this real sketch area, and next thing you know, the song was recorded, dropped, and it has taken off since then. So she dropped 2 at the same time, and then a couple months later, she dropped 2 more songs.
That's amazing.
All like within this last year, this all kind of happened for her.
Wow. And I kind of was coming in and out, but I heard you say like that was kind of just off a cover, right?
The Save Yourself one, Ellie.
Yeah. That one is like a cover.
You're cutting out, Ellie.
I am. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, maybe it was just. But yeah, it was a cover. It was the same instrumental, and it's the same topic. It's literally like me telling the same story, but from a different perspective. So it's like a response, basically, to his song.
That's awesome. I noticed that a lot of celebrities now use covers kind of get that exposure. Like I remember when Cardi B did Bodak Yellow, and that was like the beginning of her career, but that was like a song from Kodak Black. So people are really using covers to really get discovered. I think it's genius, honestly. I mean, you already following a trend, you hop on a trend, and it's just easier to get discovered like that now. I love it.
Coach Shay, are you familiar with Jelly Roll?
No, I don't think so.
How do you guys not know? Jelly Roll was literally
nobody knows it. I swear.
Look at Ellie. I listened to Jelly Roll while I was there with you guys. So we did a lot of singing. We did a lot of singing and trying not to die while I was there because Ellie's not like the best driver, and she literally almost killed us once. Don't lie, Ellie. She seriously did. I
couldn't the car.
She literally. Okay, that was. I saw everything in front of me just flash before my eyes. So. But anyways, so Jelly Roll was just in Fort Worth. He just did he just had a big thing that was free to anybody to come, but he's got a lot of events coming up. Like, I'm going to have to send you guys Jelly Roll. I'm so disappointed right now. I feel, and so he has this song.
I'm taken back because I listen to all music. And I might know the music. I might just not know who it's by, but I might know some music by him.
Like, I'm taken back, okay?
I'm
Because
taking back. I just don't know. How could I not know this?
right, exactly. So the song that she kind of went off of was his song called Save Myself, right? No, somebody save. Was it Save Me?
Save Me. Yeah.
Save Me is the name of the song, and then she did kind of a response back to it. Now I'm gonna have to send you after this show. I'm gonna send you Jelly Rolls, and you want you to listen to his first, and then I'm gonna send you Ellie's so that you can hear the response back, and then you're gonna be like, bam, it all makes sense.
I'm down. I'm ready to listen to the song now. So she said, I saw Jelly Roll on Joe Rogan's podcast. He's a felon helping other felons for music. Oh, that's
I heard him before. Jelly, I heard him before, but I heard him before, but I never got into the music. I've heard him, but I never got into the music.
And see, and the big thing, like, so he's got like this really hot wife, and he's always in the public about the fact that, you know, he is not your average, like, I mean, he's an overweight guy. He's all tatted up, like, you know, and so people are always giving him like so much shit on social media about like, how can this man be with this woman, or like she's only for him after this. But if you actually see their relationship, like they have a really good relationship. And so and he's really trying to help other people, you know, out in the community. And so I think he's amazing. But anyways, I support him.
He has a documentary out, I think. Yeah, he has a documentary out right now.
Yes.
Commercial.
I would love to watch that. I love documentaries. I am a documentary person. That's been my thing lately here. I've been watching a lot of documentaries.
Yeah, he does have a documentary. I've seen a preview. I think it's on Peacock. I know I've seen it, but he does have one out, so you just have to pull it up. It looks, from the preview from I've seen, it's pretty good, very touching, very in depth. It just by him just giving back to people, sharing his story, his testimony from where he came from to where he at today. To me, from looking at previews, very powerful. And also, I got to plug in. I am rocking the Workhorse Mentality T-shirt. It is available on our Walk In His Way Impact World Podcast store. Also, Coach Shea has the Walk In His Ways logo T-shirt on as well. So go to our website, place an order. I just released a new T-shirt on yesterday. It's titled "You're the Opening Act, I'm the Main Event." That's the new shirt that just dropped yesterday. So that's on there also. So go check out merchandise. We got men and women from T-shirts, hoodies, long sleeve shirts to the zip up hoodies, you name it. So go get some merchandise, support the podcast. Like I said, I'm rocking the Workhorse Mentality T-shirt. So they would just re-release the Icon from Underdog's Icon T-shirt. So that's out too on the website. So go get some merchandise. It's hot outside. Rock some T-shirts from the summer. Hit the gym. However you want to do it. So had to plug that on in. So go on that note. Go ahead and take it.
Let's not forget that I'm pushing for dog wear for Karma, and so we're still trying to work on making sure that Karma gets her own Walk In His Ways, either shirt or dog collar, leash, or something.
All right, most definitely. And I know about to ready to go into commercial. Go ahead and take it away, Desiree.
All right, so we're going to take a quick commercial break, and then when we come back, I've got some more questions for Ellie with us.
With today's technological advances and fast-paced life, BMS is your trusted next-generation IT solutions provider that keeps you ahead of the competition. From humble beginnings, BMS Company is now one of the fastest-growing software engineering service providers, with international presence and golden reputation for excellence. The BMS Company is your one-stop global destination for web development, mobile application development, digital marketing, SEO, Facebook and Google advertising, social media management, business consulting, printing services, and many more. BMS is trusted to provide timely, cost-effective solutions. At BMS, we believe in providing guaranteed results, irrespective of a project's complexity. No stories, no excuses. And core to all of our operation is that we practice what we preach, and we deliver what we promise. We're proud of our dream team of solution-driven enthusiasts, comprising of industry experts in various fields, including blockchain, IoT, and AI. Our unique makeup and cooperate synergy enables BMS to add heart to technology while delivering our trademark exceptional results for our esteemed customers. Get free 3 months of hosting and 30 days SEO when you partner with us today. Call us now on 469-992-4567 or visit our website at thebmscompany.com.
Hey, what's up, everybody? We are back here on Walking This Way's Impact Wars podcast. I'm your host, Furman Jackson Jr., along with my lovely co-host, Desiree, and also Coach Chase in the building with our very special guest, Ellie Chase with us. Also, if we're ready to get back into our program, got to give a big shout out to Minister Chance from Sinners to Saint Podcast. He's a big supporter of the podcast. And by the way, I was featured on this podcast, which is available right now. So check out Minister Chance from Sinners to Saint Podcast. You can check it out on Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube. He is on Linktree. Go check out the interview that I had done with him. Very awesome stuff. So give a big shout out to him. Big shout out to everybody who's been supporting the podcast as well. Big shout out to Anthony Amos. He was in Houston this past weekend, seen the pictures online. Very great stuff. He's doing great things in Chi-Town and just really just giving back, him being a sergeant as well. Big shout out to Ant, keep the great work. Big shout out to everybody, Desiree, who's been very supportive here, been on the show with us, hanging out with us, sharing their stories, doing great things, and we're very excited for what they're doing.
Yeah, like we saw that of course we've got one of our guests that is now getting a billboard in Hollywood, right? Isn't that what she posted? And then, yeah. You want to go ahead and talk about that?
Kelly Morgan. Yeah, Kelly Morgan. She posted about that. She's getting a billboard in LA. Very, very awesome young lady. Very sweet spirit. Very humble spirit about herself. Determined.
Also a music artist.
Yeah, and she's very determined, very focused, very purpose-driven on what she's doing. And we got to applaud her too, Desiree, because she really pressed her way through, even though her parents weren't supportive of her music, but that didn't stop her from fulfilling her dream. And big shout out to her. Keep the great work, Kelly. Love to get her back on the show soon. So,
and Haisha Nicole, who just filmed for her movie, so she's doing great things as well. Loving that for her.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about putting in work, and she's very excited. I think she just reached 7,000 followers on Facebook page. So big shout out to her. Big shout out to everybody who's been down with us on the show and just doing great things. And so we're back. We're back.
I think we lost Ellie for a minute.
Okay, there she go. So,
the reception is crazy today. I don't know what's going on.
Tell the truth, Furman. Has it not been doing this? It's been nuts. Like I had the worst, 2 nights in a row. It was like I was just in and out. It was ridiculous. I don't know.
I didn't even touch anything. I almost went to go grab my phone, and then it exited out. I was like,
technology has a mind of its own. We can't. It does its own thing.
That is very, very true. So, Ellie, what do you see for yourself by the end of the year?
I want to. I have some. I obviously want a number one, on the billboard, but that's kind of.
No, we support big dreams. Do we not, Furman? We say all the time, aim big. Don't ever think any goal is not
that's
a reasonable
my thing,
goal.
Yeah. That's my I keep saying that, and then I always say see you at the Grammys. So
you will. You know what? You gonna get there. You gonna get there. Let me tell you something, Ellie. Every time people come on this show, they really blow up. I'm just saying to be saying it. It's like they come on this show. Next thing you know, they all doing major great things. I'm just serious. So you just keep up the great work. Keep doing what you're doing. And I applaud you. You know what I'm saying? You, especially the story you went and you recorded a song at 1:00 in the morning. That showed me how determined you are. It showed me how hungry you are. You could have made any kind of excuse. Oh, it's too early. I don't feel like doing it. But you moved to LA for a reason. You moved to LA to further your career. So that I know, hey, I'm here. I didn't come here to lose. I came here to win. I came here to succeed. You came here to conquer. So that's what it's all about. And also, I want to give a big shout out to your manager as well, because he has been supporting this episode on all social media platforms as well. So big shout out to him also. So I'm looking forward to him. Was he going to be able to be on?
Um,
this evening? I know he said he was at a flight. He had to catch a flight, right?
yeah, I think it was literally the flight was supposed to be at a different. I don't know. I think it was a. He didn't know it was the same day, so he was gonna be on here, and then he realized he had a flight. But I told him I was like, if you want to come on, like if you can make it after your flight, maybe. I don't know how long his flight is, but
And
yeah.
speaking of flights, Ellie actually just got back to LA yesterday. So she had been in Montana. Her younger sister just graduated from high school. And so, and I know her mom and her sister are both watching right now. So hello to Carly and to Emma, her younger sister. They are definitely supportive of her. As a matter of fact, we just, mom and I just talked, and the two moms are planning a trip to LA to do that little mother check in to make sure she's doing the right. And so, it'll be a surprise visit because that's how mamas do things. And so, but her mom and her younger sister and her littlest brother, Jack, are all definitely supporting right now. I'm not sure if Noah's logged on or not, but we appreciate all the family support that Ellie is getting as well.
And congratulations to your sister, stuff like that. Y'all keep it the great work. So I know. So you already have. So you do have a couple singles out. Do you have an album? You working on an album, or what's going on right now?
No, I've been mainly just doing singles, because it's easier to when you drop a whole album, then the promotion for that, because I'm an independent artist, so I'm not signed on.
Big shout to independent artists.
But so it's all all my promo is, it's mostly just me that does it. So it's really hard just with one song. I guess I usually do 2 at a time with my drops, but even with that, it's so much to I don't know, it's super it's I don't know what the word would be, but
Tedious.
freaking hard.
Yeah, that's it right there. It's tedious.
Yeah, it's tedious.
At the time, it was literally the tip of my tongue. Yes, tedious.
You're hungry.
It's so, and it takes so long. It takes literally probably 50% of my time. I'm doing promo instead of actually creating new music.
Right.
And so I would say dropping an album would kind of be difficult because it would be more so you would have to push all the songs unless you only want to promote one of the songs, and really push that song, and then kind of let the other ones just do their own thing. But I think that it's way easier to just drop a single and then really focus on the promotion for the single, and focus all your energy and I don't know, because when you're promoting a song, you also have to think about what the song is actually saying, and what type of vibe it is and what type of audience it will do best with. And so I think that with an album, it's much harder to do all of that than with one song, because with one, it's just all of my Instagram lately has been the same vibe. It's Demon in Disguise and then the Save Yourself. They're pretty similar vibes, and so it's really easy to kind of promote them because it's the same target audience. It's the same I don't know, it's just the same type of promo in general, and so you are probably going to be more successful as an independent artist, in my opinion, just dropping singles.
Well, independent is the way to go anyway, because when you're independent, you get everything goes back to you. I remember listening to a story. If Master P, if everybody know from Master P, at No Limit back in the day. I know he was telling the story how he got started, and he was trying, when he got his music out, he talked to Michael Jackson's lawyer. He talked about, you always got a vision. At that time, Michael Jackson was the biggest entertainer, and he said he talked to Michael Jackson's lawyer, and he paid $25,000 to talk to Michael Jackson's lawyer, and he told him to get a distribution deal, which is the 80-20. 20% goes to the company, but 80% goes back to you. He just really used them for just marketing and really promoting the work. So I understand what it takes when you're on the ground, just really promoting, getting out there, just on foot, word of mouth, connecting with people, networking with people, because we know that you got a dream you're pursuing and you seeing that dream come to fruition. So I do applaud you for that.
Thank you.
So, Ellie, what would you say to any other young females or even males that are out there just trying to, like, what advice would you give to them?
Um, to not be your own biggest critic, because I would have never thought that I was like good enough to actually have a career in music. I thought I was, people would say that I was good and all that, but I didn't know if I was like, I would have never actually went out and pursued it had it not just come to me. And so, yeah, that's a big thing. I think that if you, because I mean, I didn't think that I would go anywhere with my music ever. It was just karaoke songs in my bedroom. But then other people hear my stuff and then they say something completely different other than what I thought. So I think that doubting yourself is probably going to be the thing that might be the difference between whether you actually have a chance at going and like pursuing your dream and making a career out of it and not. So
yeah, it's just that being persistent and just believing in yourself. And we definitely, all of us on here can definitely relate to that. I know Coach Shay, with all that she's doing, she can definitely tell you that, you're going to have good times, you're going to have bad times, right? You just have to keep pursuing it. So Coach Shay, from somebody who is, an entrepreneur yourself, like, what would you say would be good advice for Ellie being young out in such an amazing place like LA? What advice would you give to her?
I would say continue to move at your own pace. Like, continue to move at your own pace. Don't let anybody try to speed things up for you. If it don't feel right for you, don't do it. Definitely just keep your own pace. Because I know LA is a fast place. It's easy to get caught up in things. It's easy for us to forget our goal, but always, whatever moves you make, be intentional and keep your goals in mind. Keep your image in mind. Keep your brand in mind, because you want to keep those things in the clear always. So definitely, when you move with intention, move with purpose, and just keep your own pace. Don't let nobody speed it up for you. Don't let nobody slow it down for you. Right now, you got this momentum. Keep up that momentum, because momentum and success love each other. They love each other very much. Success loves speed. So keep up that momentum. It sounds like you got a really good momentum going right now. So just keep up that momentum. Keep your pace. That's the most important thing I can say.
Be selfish. No, be selfish, because you accomplished something in life, so it's okay to be selfish. You may have
I think she did be selfish. She moved.
be selfish. It's not wrong with being selfish.
I'm gonna start my own life. I'm gonna see what LA got to bring. I think that's very, and you know what? I don't think it's being selfish. I think it's being self-full. I think we have to be full of ourselves. Like, that is self-care. So that's being self-full. You don't have to feel like you're being selfish. That's taking care of self. Whatever decisions that you decide to make, whether it's good or bad, you made that decision. It wasn't based on anybody else's perception or their decision that they made for you. It's your decision that you made, whether it's good, whether it go good for you, whether it go bad for you. Nobody made it but you.
And we know it's gonna go good because we cheer for you.
Look, that's right, because we're giving you all positive energy right now.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
Yeah, because that's what.
Every day not gonna be a win. Like, some days you gonna feel like giving up. We're like, what is this? I mean, even as an entrepreneur, it's some days where I'll be like, okay, so I gotta do this over again. You just gotta keep those goals in mind.
Yep, write that stuff down, write what you want. Just stay focused.
And I think we all have those days. I know yesterday I made a post about it. Like yesterday was just a horrible day. And I just thought, ugh, like I felt so defeated. And it wasn't anything that I had done. It was just, I'm so passionate about what I do. So whenever any of the veterans, kind of get off track, it's like it's overwhelming for me just because I want to see them succeed. And so I'm like, but I beat myself up for it. I'm my, hardest critic about it. Like I'm like, what could I have done differently to help them? And so, but then today I was like, get up, get your mind straight. Like it's a new day, get out there and, just know your purpose, know your why of everything you do. And I think as long as you stay on that mindset, like Coach said, that, you'll find that. So as the mom in me, I'm going to say, stay away from boys. Like just stay, look at Coach Shay, don't make fun of me. Look at, I had to throw it in. Okay. How is the dating life going, Ellie?
Man, stay away from deadbeat. Let me say you something. Stay away from deadbeat dudes. Stay away from dudes who try to hold you back. Don't let them distract you. If they try to come with all that foolish stuff, tell them kick rocks because you're about your business.
Look at both mamas are on the show because your mom's watching and I'm here. So how's this dating life going, Ellie?
It's not.
Good girl. Good girl.
You focus on your career, and right, you focus on your career.
Yeah.
If that's it, you focus on your career. Be about your purpose. Be about your purpose.
Yeah.
Look, that's what I like to hear is that it's not.
That's right, Ellie.
That's not important. Yeah, but that's not important right now. You working on getting your music career out there. You know what I'm saying? That's what you working on.
So have you celebrated yourself since you hit the billboard? Like, have you celebrated?
Since I hit the billboard?
Yeah. Have you done anything big for yourself, like to say, like, good job, Ellie?
Oh yeah. I mean,
what did you do? What was the?
Hold on a second. I don't know if I want to hear all of it.
It's nothing crazy. I think that it's mainly just like, I took a break from LA for a second. I went back home for my sister's graduation, but I was there for like almost 2 months, I think. But before that, it was like I would actually go out, but it would be things that would still benefit my like music career. Like it would be like networking events almost, to where I could meet people who are actually gonna help me get to where I want to be. And so I would go to like things like that, or I go to the studio. Like that's like everything that I do really now is like even my like self-care days or whatever, they're still in the studio. It's like it's just the studio, but like with a twist.
With a twist.
Yeah. Maybe there's something. Maybe we do some song with like a little bit more upbeat of a tempo.
And there's nothing wrong with that at all. Sometimes you gotta like separate what you're used to doing and do something that's maybe just a little bit more, whether it's something that's not in the comfort zone, but it's helping you to grow. It's helping you to push. It's helping you to see what else might be out there for you. So we're going to take another commercial break real quick, guys, and then we are going to be right back with Ellie Chase.
I wonder if I can get like some kind of state benefits for like hosting the Special Olympics here.
Like hate speech and shit like that.
What if it's a parody? I think that's an exemption. If you're a troll, you're exempt from the rules.
You have a troll license?
I do have a license to troll, actually.
You have a license to troll, yeah?
Mm-hmm. It's a fishing license.
Oh my God, you're beautiful.
Thank you.
What's up with that forehead, though?
It's a 5-head.
Tamar, that's our guest that will be on there tomorrow. Chuckle, she's going to be on tomorrow. She's a stand-up comedian, podcast host, so she will be with us tomorrow night here on Walking This Way Impact Force podcast. I know you would love her because she's the life of the party. She's outgoing and stuff like that. So looking forward to having Chuckles with us tomorrow night here on the podcast. So big shout out to Chuckles as well. She's doing great things. Content creator, of course. So she will be with us tomorrow night here on Walking This Way Impact Force podcast. So we're back with our guest, Ellie Chase. She's with us. She's an up-and-coming music artist from Montana to LA. We're very excited to hang out with us tonight. So, Ellie, what's next on the agenda for you? When next time you going back into the studio?
As soon as I can. Probably like either tonight or tomorrow, honestly. It's like whenever I'm out here, it's so easily accessible for me to go to a studio because a lot of my friends just have like at-home studios or um, I could just go to a regular one. But I want to get stuff. I'm super motivated right now to get more stuff out there, more singles hopefully, and yeah, I think it's gonna be. I'm gonna have new projects coming out very soon because I'm bugging everybody that like works with me music wise. I want to do it right now. But yeah, it just depends on um, what the best move may be. It might be like music videos, or it could be just new singles. It's gonna be something for sure because I'm ready to really put that out there and kind of grow even more.
And Ellie, that's one of my friends that just popped up, and he is saying focus. So, we're glad that he has logged in tonight with us as well. And I know he's been following the podcast, so we appreciate that support as well. So I would say definitely like bugging your, the other people that you're working with. That's just because you are motivated. Like I wouldn't even consider that bugging anybody. Would you, Furman? Like I would think that's more along the lines of like you want to stay hungry for what you're doing, and so sometimes you got to keep other people hungry for it as well. Because if not, if you're the only one who's trying to go, but you're counting on it to be a teamwork kind of thing, you want to keep them just as hyped about making sure that you are staying consistent with, creating new songs, and then getting those recorded and getting those out. So I would never say that it's that you're bugging anybody that's on your team. I'm sure that even your manager's probably excited by the fact that you are, motivated to produce more music and get it out there.
Yeah, most definitely. It shows you they take the initiative to get the things done. And that's what they love to see. They love to see the initiative. So you just really take the initiative. So no bugging, don't say bugging. You just take the initiative. And they glad that you're doing that because it just shows how serious that you are. And the more they see how serious you are, the more they'll get behind you and then things like that. So never look at it like that. They're just showing that you just take the initiative. You're learning. You know what I'm saying? You learn the business. You learn the music business because the music business is a big thing. So you want to learn the ins and outs, the do's, the don'ts. Do you have a mentor? So do you have a music mentor right now, or how that's going about having a mentor?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I have him. He's like I said, he's the same one features in If You Want To. It's the same one that DM me and first ever found me and brought me to the studio. He's like consistently like even today he was just telling me different things that I need to do to kind of get things in motion for all of the plans that I have in my head.
Yeah, and Daquan is telling you it takes faith in yourself. So we definitely agree, and we definitely have the support behind all of us here to see you continue to be successful. I mean, you've always got the support from me regardless. So and then look at so Coach Shay, I guess she ended up getting out of the thing. I'm sure she's having more, technology issues as always. So, but Coach Shay's amazing. I think you've probably seen her on some of the episodes that I've sent you to watch. So we definitely appreciate her coming on and showing that support for you as well this evening. And and she's great. She's so as a life coach, as also physical coach, like she's an amazing support system. So you obviously will have her connections now too. So if you just need that somebody to give you that little extra boost, Coach Shay is amazing at helping keeping everybody motivated as well.
Okay, yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Like it's a family thing, right, Furman? Like once you come on, it's like now this is like the best networking, I think, for all of us. Like we have all kind of just linked together and, kind of leaned on each other for a lot, and so definitely know that anybody that's on this show, Daquan, that's chiming in, I'm sure you've seen him on my page a lot too. We do a lot of stuff, and so you have his support as well, and he's amazing. Like, if you're ever wanting to promote anything, Daquan is like the man to do it. He will promote that like nobody's business for you. He is amazing at it. I don't know where he finds all the time to do it, but he does, and so we're always appreciative of him as well. So, and I would say, Ellie, you were supposed to actually be in Texas right now. I'm kind of salty. What happened?
First of all, you were supposed to come to Montana way before that.
Yep, I'm pretty sure that flight was supposed to be here after. Furman, now, no, I am going to Montana this summer.
She called you out.
Before I even moved to LA, I was sitting there waiting for you. Like, I can't wait. I'm gonna come visit Montana, and I'm like, how's it gonna go from Montana to a whole other state, and you're still saying you're gonna come visit?
Look, I am actually coming. I am coming this summer. I've already got it. I'm just trying to get it approved through work that I can be off, and then but I'm busy. Like, I really am. I'm very focused myself right now, and but I do plan on coming, and then I think what your mom and I are talking about, we're coming to Montana, and then I think we might be taking that little trip over there to LA for you. And so, but so do you are you hoping to stay permanently? Are you wanting to call LA like home for good?
Yeah, I don't really see myself anywhere else. It just makes sense to me. I have everything I need here. Like, I have my music stuff. I have everything. And if, you could literally do anything. So,
you could do anything.
I mean, yep.
You could do anything here in Texas.
Yeah.
Look at I'm trying to persuade her.
You say yeah, but she said she wouldn't be in LA.
I know. I'm supportive of her. I just would love her to be closer to me, of course. But then I know her mom would probably not like it if she was closer to me. So
yeah,
I get it. Do what?
That's even further from Montana, I think.
Yeah, I think mom would be fighting me on it.
Yep. Yeah.
So when do you hope that maybe you can produce a video to go with one of your songs?
You said when?
When do you hope to be able to make a movie? I mean, make a video to go with one of the songs?
Like within at least a month from now, I want to have done. I don't want to have. It doesn't have to be anything crazy like with fancy cameras or like a whole film crew or anything like that. It could just be the most simple, cute, the most simple minimalistic video ever, and it could still get the most.
You're cutting out some, Ellie. I think it's because your phone's on the charger now. It's so. I also told Ellie, quit moving, you're gonna make me need medication. And so she puts it on something so to quit moving, and now I can't hear her. So I'm like, nothing I say is making her happy right now. Sorry.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you better now.
Okay. But yeah, just a video. I don't.
Nope. Now we can't hear you, Ellie.
Yeah, it's because my thing. Can you hear me at all?
Now I can.
You have to hold it. But just even with, an iPhone can shoot something crazy. I've seen my friends have done videos where you would never have an iPhone. So I think I can get it done really at any time. It just depends on the ideas that I have. I still have to decide on what I want to do for the visuals of the music, because the visuals are going to tell the story also, and so I kind of have to sit down and figure all that out before I even record anything. But within the next month, that's my goal, to have a professional music video, even if it's shot on iPhone. I'll still pretend it's professional.
She said, I'll still pretend it's professional.
But that's what a lot of them doing anyway, because a lot of people use iPhones a lot of times to record music. I think some of them even do movies now. So you can. It's amazing things you can do with a phone. But
I'm telling you.
yeah,
But
that's awesome.
if she came to Texas, we know people that could have filmed it for her.
Ooh, I'll come.
Look, I'm gonna persuade her one way or another to come to Texas. Okay, I'll be like, we've had some amazing people on this guest that happen to do a lot of good recording.
I will come visit. I'll come visit this summer.
She lying.
I swear.
She lying.
Yeah,
Herman, she lying for me. She's saying she's gonna come to Texas like I keep saying I'm coming to Montana.
Well,
look.
That's what I need to talk about on the back end, huh?
Look at it, right?
They need to talk about that on the back end, but that's what I need to talk about. But Ellie, like I said, just keep up the great work that you're doing, stuff like that. So will you be doing? I know. So will you like to be doing like concerts, world tours? I know that's part of your mission as well, also.
Yeah, I mean, in the future, someday I would love to like tour and perform everywhere. That'd be super cool. But in the near future, I'm gonna be doing shows just around like LA, and I think Vegas too, just to like start kind of getting used to performing live. But yeah, I mean, the rest of that.
You cut in and out.
Yeah, I was just gonna tell her you're just going in and out. I don't know if it's just how your phone is or the distance it is from you that it's going in and out on you. So have you got to perform at all, like live anywhere?
Yeah, at one event. It was just real quick. You can hear me now, or is it still going in and out?
We can hear you now.
Okay. But it wasn't anything like super crazy. It was just a little concert that some of my friends had together. But it was like some other people showed up too, so it was kind of cool. Because I mean, I performed in front of a crowd for the first time, other than like choir solos. But not anything like, not an actual show. I haven't performed like anything big.
It's so in my friend on here says, stay thirsty and hungry, have an appetite for success in your career, young lady.
I like that.
Look at all that support. Look, but how was it for you? How was it for you when you had to go in front of people live for the first time? Because I just know, I mean, being young, I also know you. Like, Ellie's very outgoing, but I know Ellie's also kind of shy. As you could tell, she's nervous even just being on here tonight. But so I want to know, how were your nerves at that moment?
They were super bad at first. I felt like my legs were gonna like shake to death. So I almost lost like feeling.
You lost feeling? Is that what you said?
Yeah, lost feeling in my legs because you know when you're nervous and they start shaking. That's what started happening, and then but like it's the adrenaline. But once I actually like started, and it wasn't like after that it's just like literally the first like word that you say. I'm like, that's the hardest part.
I'm sure it's like, you want to make sure your voice isn't cracking. You want to make sure that everything is like going smoothly. And I totally get that. I mean, we've had even people on the show that, maybe have not done the podcast before that has been nervous, but then as they've done it, they've grown. I mean, some people are just naturally speakers and some people are not. I think Ellie froze, didn't she?
Yeah, I think she did. Yes, she did.
It would have been so nice to maybe connect, like, even like Ellie with having like even that outside mentor of like with Kelly, just to give her that advice, of how to, because since Kelly's had a little bit longer experience into it and stuff, just being so young.
Yeah.
And so I definitely might have to try to connect them on the back end so that way, if she just needs that extra, motivation to keep chasing her dreams, that she will. And, and obviously, Kelly's done some amazing things being able to open up for, some fantastic, artists. And so I'll definitely have to try to connect them with each other as well.
Yeah, that right there would work. 'Cause like I said, she already know what she's doing, and the better to connect with someone that's in the music business to help her further career. Cause we know it takes a team effort, and to really to advance her career, that'd be a great thing to do is connect her with Kelly in Atlanta and just help her further career. That's what it's all about. Helping out, giving back. We like so we do appreciate everybody hanging out with us tonight. We appreciate everybody watching us. From now on, we will be live streaming on our Walking This Way's Facebook page. Where you catch the broadcast at. It'll be live stream on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. Also, you catch some of these reels on the Walking the Ways Facebook page. You can catch the episodes on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google, all social media platforms. I know we're gonna be back here tomorrow night. Me and Desiree will be back here tomorrow night at the Gorm at 7 p.m. We're gonna be interviewing Chuckles. For those, she sent me some videos. I wanted to give everybody a glimpse.
Yeah, I was over here laughing at it, and then I realized we were live. Like, you could still see me over here laughing, but I was actually laughing. So I think it'll be exciting. And just not to cut you off, but Ellie did say that I guess she had lost service there in her apartment, but she said she was trying to log back in. So I don't know if you can see her trying to enter back into the studio or not. But I'm excited for tomorrow night's guest. I think it's going to be a good hour of or 2 hours of entertainment for us. So that's going to be exciting.
Oh yeah, if you ever check out Chuckles' her YouTube channel, she has a lot of great content on her YouTube channel that she does. She's all out. There's no holding back with her. She's unlimited on what she does. So big shout out to Chuckles. So we're looking forward to meeting her tomorrow night here on the show. Also, I know I'll be doing another show in the morning. I'll be interviewing my supervisor in the morning on the podcast. She's been with the county for 22 plus years. So we're gonna be really talking about that establishment, that structure of maintaining a career that long for 22 plus years. So we're gonna be talking about that in the morning. Desiree at 10. So I know me and you be back on Wednesday night at 7 with Chuckles and Corn and stuff. So we doing two shows, Wednesday morning and Wednesday night. So we do have our guest with us, the one that's in the background behind me, LEC. How we showcasing you in the background. So how do you feel? How does that feel seeing your picture in the background here on Walking This Way and Backwoods Podcast and just being promoted and just really people sharing the love and what you're doing? Because I love it, I really do, and I appreciate Desiree introducing you to us here on the show.
Yeah, it's super cool. Like, I mean, it's just to like be, I don't know, just all of this like with my music to have it end up, like I said, I never thought it would even go anywhere. And now it's on like Spotify and Apple Music, and now it's like the background of that. I think it's like super cool that it's brought me all of these like different opportunities, and it's like, and it makes me even more motivated to like continue doing things like to get even more opportunities like this, and like just to keep going, because I mean, just based off of the support and like everything that I've heard just off this podcast, it's just like a reminder of like why I like keep doing it and like why I should keep doing it. And yeah, so I think it's super cool.
So there's a question on here. It says, what are all the platforms that we can catch you on? So YouTube, Spotify, anything else? So I know you said Apple as well. Anything else they can download your music on?
Yeah, it's like, I think it's on literally everything. Like all of the it's on like Amazon Music. It's on like you can use like it on TikTok and all of that.
I did that.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's on everything. As far as I know, my distributor is United Masters, so when I submit a song to be released, they do everything. Like they submit it to all of the platforms. It will be on, and I think it's even in like on like Australian apps for music that we don't even have. I don't know, but on everything pretty much that you can get music on. I'm pretty sure that I'm on there.
And I'll definitely make sure that I go on and share again. I know I share it all the time, but and I'm so cheesy. Like, I'm that cheesy mom for her that I'll be in my car driving to work or something, and it'll be 6 in the morning, and I'll have her songs playing in my car, and then I take a picture to show her that I'm listening to her music, or I'll record myself driving while listening to her music, just letting her know that I am giving her support in the mornings whenever I am driving in. And it looks like Furman also shared on the page here as well, how to get to your stuff. So, and I know, like, even on Instagram, I've posted things with you on Instagram, and I've used the clips of your music from Instagram to go along with it. I did it to help promote for this show. Also, whenever you release one, I'm like, check her out, like, listen to her, support her. And so definitely I would love for anybody that's that's listening, because it is important, especially just being so young. We want to make sure that we are constantly encouraging the younger generations to pursue their dreams, not to be discouraged, not to think that any dream is too big. We've mentioned it about how people will say, that's not reality. Like, pick something that's realistic. And the truth is, we want our younger generations to pick something that's above what you would think, because we don't want you to settle. We want you to constantly be striving and having that growth in your life. And for me, that's what I love about this podcast. It's also what I love that I know I can do for you. And so I hope that, you do take everything that you've learned on the show. Don't hesitate to connect with any of us if you're just needing that extra little umph. And if you have, like, something like when Coach Shay says, what have you done to celebrate yourself? Like, you need to also do that. You need to look at yourself and say, I'm proud of myself. Don't take it just from what viewers may say. You're going to have people that love your music. You're going to have people that don't. Screw the ones that don't. Like, they're not going to be my friends. But, at the end of the day, do celebrate yourself. So if you have something that is happening in your life and it's like a big thing, like, reach out to Furman or myself. And, like, if you can come on and talk about it and share it, like, we want to help you to promote that. We love seeing the success of the people that have come on the show, just that growth that they've had. So don't hesitate also. I mean, I know I'll know about it, but I want you to know that you also can reach out to Furman. You can reach out to Coach Shay. I was telling them when we lost you a minute ago that I am going to try to see if I can even connect you with, with Kelly Morgan, who just got her billboard in Hollywood, and she was a previous guest, and she opened up for Ashanti and Ja Rule. Is that right? Am I correct on that? Okay, yeah. So she opened for them, and now she's just been. I mean, she has really been going great, and I'll even try to connect you. I messaged him a minute ago, so we had another guest that's out of Philly, and
Jay Philly.
Yeah, and so I've been trying to stay in touch with him, seeing how things are going since we had him on the show, and even just from not even just from females' perspectives of what it's like to be young and going into this industry, but it's also good to hear it on the men's side of things too. Like, I think that we need to know how it is for everybody, the advice that everybody could give. So I think that I'm definitely going to try to connect you guys together and see if they can't be also back end mentors for you to keep you motivated, because I do want to see you succeed, and not just because I love you, but because I do love your music. I love that at such a young age you decided to take that leap of faith, and that's what's really important. So many people don't do it because of their self-doubt, and so for you to do that, like, kudos to you, which I know your mama raised you to be strong, so we'll give her some of that credit. And so but just I look forward to seeing where this goes for you, and I know that Furman does as well. We would love to have you back on to see where you are even 6 months from now. Like, how much have you grown in that time frame?
Yeah, I mean, especially because LA moves so quick. I think that, especially when you, like, start meeting people, like, it's just, you continue meeting more and more and more people. Like once you start, it just continues to grow. And so I think that in 6 months from where I'm at right now, yeah, that would be really cool to, like, come back and do, like, the same type of thing, like, same questions almost, but different advice, different answers, and different achievements that I've.
Oh yeah. I mean, are you reading any books, or Are you reading the books right now on the music business, or what has been going on with that? Have you started doing that? That's a good thing too. Studied on the music business. I know Desiree mentioned, Kelly and Jay Philly. I know they in this music business. I know they would offer great advice to you when it comes to the music and everything else. I'm really looking forward to you connecting with them. Really am, Desiree. I'm really looking forward to them
Oh, I'm gonna do it.
to really
I'm
help
excited. I'm always like, it's always fun for me to like go. That's what I do for fun out here, even is like just connect with other people who are artists and like,
you.
or just who are creative in a certain type of way, and like getting inspiration even alone is just like super cool. Um,
Yeah,
And
most.
our our comment on there was about celebrating yourself and giving the glory to God. I definitely have to say that. Put God first, and I think everything else is going to follow for you. So definitely thank Him for all the blessings, even on those rough days. Still thank Him for the blessings, and it'll help you to get through a whole lot. And so, but I want to know: have you met anybody? Have you in this time just being out in Hollywood recording? Have you met somebody that like has been a good or a well known? I don't want to say famous because I don't know who all you've met, but have you met somebody that you can like say yes?
Not that I haven't signed something for, but so like I'm like sworn to secrecy apparently with them. But a few that were super cool. And others who are up and coming. I would say I met Tyron Woodley. I don't know if you guys know. I didn't sign nothing for him, but he's like I don't know if you even know what he does. It's like an MMA fighter. Maybe it's something else. Maybe it's a
Who
different
is
type
it?
of fighting. Tyron Woodley.
No, and I know some MMA fighters because I got some aggression in me.
Maybe it's not. What's the other thing other than MMA fighting?
UFC?
Yeah, he's a UFC. He's like a UFC champion. He fought.
Okay.
Yeah. And then he's an actor too. But he's like super good friends with one of my friends, and then he came over and he was gonna be on the PIMP song.
Oh, you talking 50 Cent?
No,
Oh,
no,
you got a PIMP song.
well, yeah, yeah.
Oh.
It's not. It's nothing. Like, yeah, it was a joke, but he wanted.
And before the comment goes off of there, so Furman, this is her mom and her little brother in this picture, and that is
Okay.
Carly, her mother, right there, saying,
Hello,
"I am
Carly.
proud of you every second of every day." I'll
Thanks,
cry
Mom.
just because y'all don't know. Like, this really is family for me. And
Well,
I'll tell you, I called your mom earlier, and Jack answered the phone, and he's like, "Hello," and I was like, first of all, Jack should not be answering the phone. I told your mom, I was like, I was not ready for Jack. You have to know, Jack was like little bitty the last time I was there. So for him to answer the phone, I was like, I felt like I needed to go into a grown up like man's voice or something. I was like, is your mom there? But it, everybody grows up so fast. And so I love seeing your mom's face and seeing her supporting you, which I have no doubts that's always there. So thank you, Carly, for also supporting the show and tuning in tonight.
Thanks,
yeah,
Mom.
Carly, I have to say you have a great daughter, Carly. She's very purpose driven, motivated. She's all about succeeding. So you raised a great daughter. I just want to tell you that. So big shout out to you, Mom. Kudos to you for raising an amazing daughter. I have to give you that. Give you roses.
Oh, trust me, we
Thank
could
you.
probably say some other stories, but then Ellie could tell someone, Mom and I. So I'm gonna go.
Y'all better
No.
watch yourselves.
I'm gonna go with yes. You're an amazing daughter, Ellie.
Yeah, awesome. I got a comment to I got a text, and this is my oldest sis, my big sister out in Fort Worth. She asked the question just sitting on my phone, and she's watching us right now. She said, "Does she have a positive mentor? Do you have a positive mentor?" That's the question she asked.
Yeah, like just someone I can look up to and like go to for.
Yeah, someone you go to for advice and stuff like that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that, like I said,
Look it.
Sage, he, he is like, he doesn't ever ask me for anything. Like, he doesn't ask for favors or anything. He just believes in my music.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we might have lost her again. And so
I
there
don't
she
know
is.
what just happened with my phone, a glitch. But he
It's
believes in
okay.
my music, and so he has just helped me out just because he believes in my music and he believes in like me, and he gives me advice all the time. He's signed with Sony, and he works with them a lot. I think he has some type of contract with Sony, distribution deal or something.
Okay.
But he has done it all. As to, like, he's been on like Billboard, and he was Grammy nominated, I believe, this year. And so he's like he has done it, the things that I want to do, and so it's really nice to have somebody that like is there and like believes in me and all that, and like also like has done all the things, has accomplished all the things I want to accomplish, and so like he can like show me the way. So I would say that he's for sure a positive mentor, and my mom and Des, because I feel like I'm gonna probably be in trouble if I don't say that.
Her
Hey,
mom is definitely her biggest. Her mom is absolutely amazing.
Wait.
I know her mama is.
I lost.
Like,
hold on. I lost.
We can see it.
Sound.
yeah, we see.
We can see you and we can hear you too. Oh, she said she lost it. Her mom is definitely, truly, like, her mom is somebody even I look up to, and I, really relied on while I was there in Montana. I don't think I could have survived it like without her, and as well as another friend, Nathan, while I was there. And so I get that her mom is a great mentor, and I love that. I love the relationship that they have as well. So, but she knows that she can always call me. She also knows that I'm always gonna stay on her rear. I check all of her social media to see what she's up to. So if I don't hear from her, I track down sister, mom, and everybody else in between.
And also, the people in the comment section, y'all go to leak.bio, Ellie Chase. Man, y'all go, if y'all are watching this right now, which I know you are, y'all go and click on her link in bio. It's right in the comment section. You go and click on it. Y'all show some support. Sign up, follow her. That's what it's all about. And it don't cost you anything, ladies and gentlemen. So if we're going to talk about it, let's be about it. So go link in that bio right now. Get all the latest social media platforms from Ellie. Follow her, encourage her, reach out to her, give her encouraging words, give her words that's gonna keep her moving forward. So that's what it's all about. And Lady D, we got another comment too.
Okay.
I'll let you go ahead and read it. Go ahead.
We know she sings and writes songs, but what else? What instruments does she play? And will we hear that next?
I can play guitar, but not good enough yet to where I would like be confident recording on my own song, like in the background. I feel like it has to be perfect with the instrumental, and so I'm not at that level yet with guitar, but I'm practicing so that I can get to that level. So yeah, eventually, I'll have a song where I play my guitar. And then I also started learning piano a few weeks ago, so I'm teaching myself that. So we'll see how it goes.
Okay, let me ask you this too. Was you always a singer growing up? Desiree, did you used to always sing when you?
Oh, we sang. We sang, but I don't think that we were. I don't think that we ever thought that we would be singing, and one day she would be recording.
Mm-hmm.
But we definitely, like, we didn't. I don't know if we ever were together that we weren't singing. Whether it was at my place, her mom's, in the car. That's probably why we almost died. And so, seriously,
I'm never gonna live it down.
I'm not gonna leave it. No, like, Furman, I'm not kidding. My whole life was just, whoa. Okay, so, but even her sister and her friends, like, we would all sing in the car, and so singing is definitely something I think she's been doing. But I don't think that she ever thought that it would go to this. Like she said, it was unexpected. Like, to get a call or a message saying, "Hey, do you have a song?" I don't think was ever something. I mean, she was in college. She was also doing, she was on the cheer team. Okay. And so that was her focus, whenever she was in Montana. So, and going to LA was really just about, growth, figuring out who you are, what you love. It never did she think it was going to lead into this type of success for her. But that's just also an example of what sometimes stepping out of that comfort zone can do for you, what opportunities can await for you if you just stop being comfortable.
That's it. I did the same thing, Ellie, because originally I'm from Alabama, and I transitioned from Alabama to Texas, so we have something in common. So I know how it is to make that transition when you don't know nobody. But I love what I love about that transition and get out your comfort zone. You get to know more of yourself. You get to know more what you're capable of doing, which means okay, if I'm out here in this whole different environment, that's me. Okay, that's me. I gotta be about my P's and Q's, and I gotta be about my business. So we got something in common. So I know how that is, but I love it though, and it is a lot of growth, and you get to meet new people like Desiree. I met Desiree just by through Raymond Pitts, from 100 Million Enterprise, and she reached
So
out to me.
he's saying from Raymond, when I'm on the board for that 100 Men Enterprise, I showed you about that, Ellie. And
Yeah.
so we came on to the show months ago just to do a podcast just like you are. And I think by the end of the day, Furman was like, hey, you want to come back on? I'm like, okay, because you know me, I don't have any issues speaking. And then coming back on, and then it was like, hey, do you want to be a co-host? And I was like, I got this. And now he just can't get rid of me.
Because I love it. That's why.
I look at because he knows that I'm always trying to keeping it real. It's so, but and we did. The reason why I said about 6 months, Ellie, too, is because on one of our last shows, I said let's make a like 6 month goal of what we would like to do, and so that's why I had said on there about doing like where you would like to see yourself in 6 months from now was
Right.
because of us saying doing a 6 month goal to finish out the rest of this year.
Yeah, she went back out. I know she would.
Yeah.
She time back in, but we're gonna keep it on good until she
Yeah,
gets
she's
back
having
in.
trouble with her Wi-Fi right now, so
Yeah, so a lot of big things going on, ladies and gentlemen. I just got an invite to speak at a Boys to Men program. I talked to big shout out to Mr. McCoy. I had talked to him today because how that came about. One of the ladies that know me on social media let me know about they got this Boys to Men program coming up. And I talked to the guy that's over, so I should be here to do some with them soon. So just by being on the podcast, So
Ellie, before you cut out, I said we were just talking on one of the last shows about a 6 month goal. And so that's why I said we would love to see how it is for you in 6 months from now. Like setting a goal now and saying, like, did you succeed? Did you reach that goal?
Setting a goal on right now, we can do that. I want a number one.
We're going for it. We're going to support it. We're hoping that you have that, and we're definitely. Hey, that'll be a reason for us to all go celebrate in LA, right, Furman? If she can get her song on the number one, we can all go out to LA and celebrate her.
And yeah, it's gonna be most definitely because I've never been to LA before. I have not been there before. And we got another question in the comment section. Go ahead.
What is your songwriting process like?
It's just like listening to the instrumental. The instrumental usually always comes first, and that's how that's what I go based off of, just for the vibe and like the energy, and also just the layout in general. But I'll just listen to it, and then I kind of just, I don't know, things kind of just come to me, one phrase will come to me, and I'll write it down, and then I'll go based off of that. Like I'll write and build onto that. It's super different each time, I would say, just because I could get inspiration from I'll be scrolling on Pinterest and I'll see something and I'll be like, okay, I'm writing a song now, and it will be a whole song will come out of one Pinterest quote, and I don't know how it
just
really
takes that one quote that just inspires you to write a whole song about it, right?
Yeah, it's just it's kind of like a story. I would say that's the best way to describe it, is I start based off of I always tell a story in the songs that I write, and I just think of the story itself, and then say what I want to say, and then kind of
tweak it a little bit.
Yeah, tweak it to where it's words rhyme and stuff, and then but basically it's just telling a story and then just rhyming.
Well, for me, like, obviously, I know that your songs are stories for other things, but you also have known I've told you that they fit me in certain ways for my own things, and I think that's what I love is that I can find what story you put into your music, and it matches something that I too may be feeling or going through. And I'm like, I tell myself, Furman, I'm like, she wrote that because she knows what I'm going through. Like, I try to think that's why, that was the motivation behind it is she knows what I'm going through. So, but that's what music's about. We've said this before. If you don't feel yourself in the music, if you don't feel yourself in the movie, then it's not making the impact that it should be making. So, Daquan wants to know what's your all-time favorite song?
All time, it switches all the time because I am always in like a different like vibe and I like different things. Right now it's Back to Black by Amy Winehouse. I'm obsessed with that song. Also because it's the song that I'm going, like the vibe that I'm going for now. I would say that's up there.
Okay.
I'm gonna think of a song later though, and I'm gonna be like, that was for sure.
Like I definitely would say that it would be whatever her mood is what her favorite song is for sure. Because one minute we could be listening to country music, rocking it out, like singing at the top of our lungs, and the next minute we are singing to stuff that only she can like rap it out to. Okay, and she can dance. Don't let her fool you. Aside from like the cheerleading thing, the girl can dance. She's got some moves going on with her.
When
her
have you
mom
ever
can dance? Like if you guys go back and look at some old videos, her mom will dance and do TikToks and stuff with her. They both have got some good moves. I love it. I'm jealous. I can't dance worth the shit. And so, I think I sat back and just recorded with my own phone, laughing my ass off at how talented they are. But don't let that white girl fool you. She got some moves on her.
I can't. I don't know when or where you saw me dance.
I got them on.
Yeah,
I got receipts, honey.
And you still watch them, and you watch them back, and you're like, you still think they were good?
Yeah, they can dance.
Also, I got a question. Well, I got a question too via text. The question is, how old is Ellie? Ellie, what's your age?
I'm 21.
Okay, awesome, man. 21. Wow.
Yep, because remember she was 19 when she moved to LA. She turned 20 while she was there.
Okay.
And then that was a year ago, so now she's 21. She just celebrated that adult.
Yeah, let me ask you, I know you made that transition. Do you have any people try to discourage you from moving, like saying you don't know nobody there? Did you hear a lot of that when you made that transition?
I'm here for the tea. I'm here for the tea.
Yeah, I mean, not really. I wouldn't say they tried to stop me from moving necessarily, because I just kind of went abruptly, and so they had no time to really do that. But they would call and they get worried all the time. They still worried. They had an intervention yesterday before I went to the airport. And yeah, I mean, they worry, but for a good reason, I suppose. It's LA, it's scary, but.
And so we have another question here, and it says, do you have any advice for aspiring musicians, and how did you first get your name out there?
The advice I would give is to not ever change your music. Like, if you create this type of music because it fits you and it kind of describes you, and that's what you that's what you want to say and how you want to express yourself. Don't let someone come in and be like, oh, if you change and you do this type of music, you're gonna be then you can be successful. I told myself that I would never let for example a record label tell me what I can and can't release or what they want me to sing about, because at the end of the day, it's I feel like your music is your stories, and then also just to not, like I said earlier, not be your own biggest critic like I was, because if you think that you can do it, then you're probably gonna you could do it, because I didn't think I could do it, and
So, what was the easiest way for you to start promoting for your music?
Promoting. I would say just finding, like, you know how on Spotify they have like the playlists, like with like a bunch of followers and stuff, and people run it. I would go on there, and I would go on Google, and I would just search like people who own Spotify playlists, and I would look at their followers and stuff, and I would find their emails, and then I would just email them and just like ask if they could put my song on their playlist. And that's how If You Want To really got going, was the email marketing. Email marketing is bomb.
And that's what's up. I know we what else, do we have any more? I think that was it.
I was just checking on mine to see as well.
Okay, 10 more pop in.
Look, somebody asked if Ellie was single, but yes, I don't even need you to answer it. I'm gonna just tell them that you're taken, because that's gonna be the mom block right there.
I'm married to my music at the moment.
That's it. She's married to her music. Hey, that's a good thing, because you try to get your career going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel you on that. I feel you on that.
I mean, and Furman will tell you, like, Furman, how long have you been doing the podcast, and like just not like staying consistent with it? It wasn't like it was something just overnight as well. Like, so it's anything that you do. Go ahead, Furman.
Yeah, I've been doing this since '09. You just have to stay consistent. It been days on here where I'd be talking to myself. Ain't nobody tuned in. Ain't nobody did nothing. Just talking to myself. But it just really show how bad you want to succeed. So stay consistent. Cause I seen people, Ellie, who come and go. I seen people who start out. I had numerous people start out with me, and they just fizzle out, because it's not for everybody. And once you find something that you love to do, you're gonna stick with it 1,000%. So you're gonna have people who start out with you. You're gonna have people who come and go. But at the end of the day, you still the face of your franchise. You're still the CEO of your brand. If nobody else don't show up, you make sure you show up.
Yeah,
No matter what.
that's very, very true.
Yeah,
I mean, we have times where the guest like has to cancel last minute, and we still just get on, and we just wing it. Like, we're scheduled, we're gonna do it. Now, we might not talk about anything of importance to other people, but we'd still do it, right?
Yeah, you got to. You got to, because I look at it a lot of time, Desiree, it could be a test to see how bad you really want to do it. That's how I look at it, but I'm always going to step up to the challenge. So, you know what? Challenge accepted. So it's like, we still going to keep on. Just like last week, we had a guest that had to pull out last minute. And I talked Desiree about it, and I said, no, show still goes on. So,
but he did an amazing show, and he surprised me with some amazing past guests. So, and a new guest. So,
because I love you, you know what I'm saying? You got to play
look it. I was like, you have to just know, like, I know you see me, supported, but when he like brought Anthony on, I was just like, Anthony's a veteran. He also helps the youth. Like, I support everything he does. So I was so excited, and he's so inspiring, but also he has so much inspirational things that he can just like build you up. He makes you say like, okay, I can keep going. And that's why I just love, being able to have him on the show and supporting what he does. And then of course my troublemaker, Michelle, he brought her on. And so that was very fun as well. So it was just a good show, but we made the most of it. And that's the thing, is like, some days you're going to have bad days. You're going to have days where you're going to be like, that shit sucks. But at the end of the day, just keep pushing. Don't give up. No, I said it yesterday on my Facebook. It's a bad day, not a bad life. You got to keep rolling with it.
Got to. No matter what. Still keep rolling with it. It's all about staying consistent. And I have to remind myself every day too, also, Ellie, is to stay consistent no matter what. Because at the end of the day, I still have to show up. And right there, Ray still have to show up at the end of the day. So
Look, he'll tell you I've logged in. I was at a Mavericks game and I still logged in.
she
I
did.
still showed up. I didn't get to
You
stay
did.
on, but I still showed up. I still was making sure that I fulfilled my end of saying hey, introducing myself. And that's really what you just have to do. There's gonna be days to where we get up and we say, I don't even want to go to work today, but you know what? Once you get there and you get going, it's usually not that bad.
That's true, because I know how it is, because them feelings, emotions try to get in your way. You be like, F those feelings. I had seen this slogan the other day in a book, and it says your goals don't care about how you feel, because you still have to accomplish your goals. No matter how I feel, you still have to accomplish your goals, right? So our goals don't care how we feel. They got to get mastered so they come to fruition. So that we talked about last week, that's right. Then we only got we already in June. We're already in the 6th month, 2023. How we want to finish this? How we want to finish this whole entire year out before we get to go into 2024. So,
and it's all about those positive affirmations.
Yeah.
Speak that into existence. Hype yourself up. If nobody else is hyping you up, hype your damn self up.
I do all the time.
What?
I'm serious. It's important.
And also, that's right too. Be around people that's positive too. Be around people that's motivated. Be around people that's confident. Be around people who keep it going. Because I don't want to be around people that's so negative. I want to be around people that's so dull, boring, complain about everything. You just gotta keep your head down and just keep working. I just prefer to be around people that's positive, uplifting, motivated.
Yeah.
I don't want to be around people that's so negative and complaining about this and that. But I learned early, people that complain about life, they don't have no vision for their life. If they really had a vision for their life, you think they could be complaining about little stuff?
I complain about shit.
Being away.
Look. I complain,
anyway.
but you know what? I complain, but I also still show up. I still keep pushing. I still keep growing, and I still encourage other people. But I would say definitely always take every day as an opportunity. You don't ever know who you are going to bump into. When you're asked to come to an event, maybe you're not really feeling it. You're like, I'm too tired, or, I'd rather just take the day to relax. But for me, I would say networking is so important. And, you don't know who is going to be in that room, who's going to be on the other side of that call. And so always show up. Like, if you want to get there where where your goal is, like network, and network.
Yeah, that's very true too. Because I even at the studio, if someone's like, "Hey, the studio's open, you can come in now," and I'm like, it's so late. But like I said, 1 a.m. was when I did. If you want to, literally all of them have been just like at random, like, hey, you want to come in? I have free time now. And it's like just taking the jump and initiative to actually just go and do it. And that's a huge thing for me too, is because I can choose whether I want to go into the studio. You have to actually want it bad enough to actually go and put in the work. And but I love it. So it's
once you're in there, right, you're feeling the vibe, right? It might be that just getting out of the house that you're like, shit, I got to get a bra on. Like, because once we take that bra off, it's like done for the day, right? Yeah. Don't ask me to even check the door or the mail. And so, but once you're there, you're inspired, you're motivated, and I just want you to do that. But from, again, a mom's point of view, I just want to say, don't let yourself get caught up. Always stay humble. Make sure that you remember where you came from, and
How could I forget?
and right. Another topic. Just stay humble. All Furman, I'm just telling you, like
no. I would say no. Go ahead and finish. But I'm gonna kick some real stuff. Go ahead and finish.
I was just gonna say, just stay humble and just always be thankful for the opportunity that you've been given, and then what you can do going forward as far as showing other young ladies that one day will be looking up to you of wanting to pursue their dream. And I think that's important. You see so many different artists that kind of just derail or make some really horrible decisions. And these are people that our younger generation are looking up to, and then all of a sudden now they're strung out on drugs or they're making poor choices. Just don't let yourself fall into that group. Always just stay focused on your goals, and I know that you will, because otherwise I'll call you grandma or your mama. And I know your grandma. I know your grandma will get you. And so, but or I'll make that extra trip out there. So go ahead, Furman.
No, I would just say also, man, maintain your integrity also as well. Watch out for those snakes out there. You got cats that are gonna try to manipulate. Will try to manipulate you. Try to use you. They'll try to bait you in. Hey, I could do this for you if you do that for me. Nah, don't fall for that. Anything you're gonna do, make sure you want to pay for it. You got cats out there who will try to play games. They'll try to they will try to coerce with sex, because we had somebody talk about that before. And if they come with that route, tell them no. I'm not all about that. I'm about business. You know what I'm saying? So always keep that in mind. Also, Ellie,
just trust your gut.
Yeah.
You got some snakes. You got snakes out here too. So they'll try to offer you the world, but in that same time, they want to say, "Well, if you do this for me, I'll do this for you." And
I know that.
Watch them. Yeah, let them know, hey, I'm not about that, and just tell them kick rocks. I just want to tell you that.
Thank you.
Well, and before we do wrap up the show, I just want to give you that opportunity as well, just to go ahead and put it back out there again, where people can find you at if they want to follow you on any social media platforms. Take this opportunity, put that out here so that we can have anybody that's watching or that watches back or listens to listens to it on Spotify, Apple, Google, whatever. How can they reach you and start following you to see your journey?
I'm on all music platforms under Ellie Chase. It's ELLE Chase. And then my Instagram is ELLE.x.chase. And then all the other social medias are that too. So music platforms and is Ellie Chase, and then the social media platforms is Ellie.x.chase for everything.
And if anybody has trouble finding her, you can also go to Walking His Ways Impact Voice podcast, and you'll see this as well in there. And we have her tagged in everything for her being on the show this evening. So you can also find her there and decide to follow her journey that way, as well as to subscribe to the Walking His Ways Impact Voice podcast page on Facebook. We're at how many followers now, Furman?
For the past 7 days, we had it was 5.1, I think, K people that reached over the Facebook page on Walking His Ways. So that's that's really big right there. Big shout out to the Reels, Desiree. I ain't gonna lie, the Reels on social media helps out wonders. People that does not follow us or actually following us just by the Reels, by the clips of the show. So big shout out to the Reels. Big shout out to Jenna. Jenna, I had to get back on the show. She schooled a lot of people. Hey, get on the Reels. The Reels come to recycle. That's how people get their content up. So big shout out to her for getting those Reels, for people following us. So main thing that we want to do is just stay consistent. Make sure we bring great content. Make sure we always approach the show in the spirit of excellence 1,000%. Because we want people to be able to go back and listen to these shows, whether they may be working out, working, sleeping, whatever, that they can actually go back and listen to some great content here on the show. So that's my goal. That we keep.
Yeah, and I definitely think those Reels, I'll get the notification and it'll say it's hit, so many K views, and I'm like, what? I'm like, what Reel hit that many? And I have to go back and watch it and see. And so, the Reels are definitely helping to do that. And so I try to post the ones that you send over to me. I try to make some separate ones off of, the show, just so that we can have more of it out there. Or if it's just a piece of information, that was good. Right. I try to do that. And Ellie's just messaged. She said her internet went out again on her, so I'll tell her it's okay, that we're fine. So if you want to, I'm messaging her back.
Yeah, that's cool. We got to wrap it up anyway. But I know we're gonna be back here tomorrow night on the show, so we're looking forward to having Chuckles on here tomorrow night. We thank everybody for really engaging with us tonight here on the show. We thank everybody for their comments. We thank everybody for watching us. We watching us on our Facebook page or Walking This Way, where you watching on YouTube or watching us on Twitter. That's another thing. The Twitter page is going up too. I post clips on Twitter. So really build. I hear people all the time, man, it's harder to do stuff on Twitter. It's like any social media platform. You're just gonna have to keep pushing it, keep pushing it, keep pushing it, keep pushing it. Don't get me wrong, you got people that you got people that pay for their subscribers and all. I'm not doing all. I'm working organic. It comes like building up as you go and networking and following people. So that's why I look at it.
And she just said to tell you thank you so much for giving her this opportunity to be on the podcast.
Oh, I appreciate it. I give her roses and I thank you, Desiree, because you the one set it up. So I got to give you your roses for that because you did that. So.
Well, I know she was nervous, and this was probably like her first time to do this, and so. But I think she handled it well, and I also love that she had that opportunity to do it in such a comfortable, atmosphere, just so that way it kind of gets those initial, jitters out of her, because I'm hoping that she will be doing more interviews like this, and I think that that's one of the other blessings about having her on here with us first, is that she now can see what it's like and have that experience moving forward.
Yeah, that's true, and we gotta.
Oh, I love it. I know. She'll definitely thank you so much. And I really want to say thank you for all the questions and just being engaged with us on the show tonight. I really appreciate it, and I will make sure that she sees that last minute comment in there. And so we appreciate, the podcast, Furman and myself. We appreciate you guys asking her questions, and we ask that you share this podcast so that other people can also give her that support, because I do think it's extremely important. That our younger generation is seeing that there are people that are positive, and to help eliminate also any of the negative feedback that they might be, experiencing while they're starting out on a career that's so big at such a young age. So thank you so much for that.
Also, hey, matter of fact, that's watching us Let's Go Miami. Well, I'm a Spurs fan, but I really want to see Jimmy Butler win the championship because Jimmy Butler worked hard. Jimmy Buckets, playoff Jimmy. So I really want to see Jimmy Buckets and I'm gonna get a ring with the Heat, because that man worked his butt off. Also, man, y'all go to our website too. You can actually go listen to past episodes on our website. Not only that, go shop with us as well, because you see I'm rocking the new T-shirt, the Workhorse Mentality T-shirt. Is available now on the website. I put it across the screen, so go shop some T-shirts. We got T-shirts for men and women. We got hoodies. We got the long sleeve shirts. You name it. Go shop with us. That helps support the podcast as well. So go buy some merchandise. Buy some T-shirts. So most definitely be rocking more merchandise on the show, so people can see it in person. I know a lot of times people see stuff on social media, and I know it looks good on social media, but then when you get to see it in person, there's a big difference. I prefer them to see it in person, so they know exactly how it looks. So this is the Workhorse Mentality, because that's what we all about, right? There's right, the Workhorse Mentality, getting the job done. I'm just excited, Desiree, on what's going on, and you hanging out with me on this well. Big shout out to Ellie. I know she was nervous in the beginning, but I gotta give her kudos. She hung in there, she warmed up.
She did, bless her heart. And that's the thing, is like, she is young. I think that's something that we all have to keep in mind, is that, it's these young people that, are scared. Like she said, like, she was her biggest critic. She was worried about whether or not if she could do it. She had that self-doubt. And I think that it's so important. And that's why I love all of the positive comments and questions that came across tonight while we were on the show, from everybody, is to encourage her. And you heard what she said, like, just being on here tonight made her feel motivated. It gave her that little extra boost that she needed. And, and I'm sure even just seeing her mom, pop up with a comment on there. I mean, I kind of got a little, teary-eyed myself, just because I know what a positive impact her mom has been and what a support system she's been for her. And I think that that's what she needs to see, is that even when people are worried about whether or not if she's going to make the right decisions or not, we do have to let our babies grow and fly. And I just want to give her all the support that we possibly can. So I just ask that everybody just continue to encourage her, support her, whether like Furman said, it is free to be able to go on there, follow somebody, share their stuff, that little bit of support really helps motivate everybody. I don't care what age you are. You know, we need that encouragement.
Yeah, that's it. So if y'all still hanging out with us right now, go to a link in bio Ellie Chase. It's all information from YouTube, Spotify, Apple, Instagram is all like in that. So y'all go to that, subscribe, follow her, and really support her. Don't just talk about it, be about it. And I gotta tell you, and don't waste your time either, ladies and gentlemen. If you're really serious about encouraging her, really mean that. Don't get on there and waste your time because it sounds good. But really hit that link in bio. Go right now. Subscribe to everything she's doing and let's show that we're really supporting. And that's all we have to do, Desiree. It's
Yes.
right there. And it's free. You know, it's like, well, I don't do it's free. It's right there across the screen. So go ahead and do it. Ladies and gentlemen, really show the love. That's what people need, Desiree. We're already in the negative world already.
Absolutely.
Negativity.
Absolutely. And we need some good positive vibes out there, not just for her, but also the positive vibes for us. So if you weren't able to watch all of the show tonight, or you did, come back, see us again tomorrow night. We'll be back again at 7:00 tomorrow night, and it's going to be a fun / funny, guest that we have on tomorrow. And so, what is the name of our guest again tomorrow?
Chuckles.
Chuckles. So that should say it enough that if anybody wants to log in, just kind of, have a good time with us, please log in tomorrow at 7:00 here on Walking His Ways Impact Voice podcast. Or follow us, listen to it later. Like you said, at the gym. I mean, I soak in the tub and watch past ones. I know you don't ever watch any of our past episodes. I put them on the iPad, stick it on the little tub board thing, and I just watch it while I'm soaking in the tub, critiquing myself.
Yeah, guys. I see got a lot of male followers too. I noticed that.
I gotta say this: we got a lot of followers.
No, I see you got a lot of male followers. I noticed that.
I got a lot of male followers.
Yeah, I see one of you following you heavy, but I'm just gonna leave it like that.
I mean, look I love all the support. I do. I love.
You're
I've met.
You're a beautiful woman. I keep telling you that you're a very beautiful, attractive woman. I tell you that all the time, and your voice is amazing.
Okay, we're going to talk about my voice because we know that I sound very country on here, but that's okay. That is okay. I'm always me. I stay genuine to who I am, and either you love it or you don't. But what was you just had me? I was just had a really good thought, and then you had to distract me on. I got ADD. Oh, I wanted to give a complete shout out. So also, please, I'm excited. You know how we talked about don't just talk about it, be about it. So Friday, I will be also going and seeing somebody who has been supportive of my stuff here on social media, and she actually is. She is. If you guys want to follow her on Instagram or Facebook, I'll put that in the comments as well here later. And but gonna do something about how I said about procrastinating until like June, right?
Right.
Of doing this whole thing for your body and stuff.
Okay.
So I am gonna go see her, do a little consult, see what I do, get on this little healthier eating. What?
Hey, you go kill it, ain't it?
Look, I'm about to get this. I'm turning 44 in a month. Like, I need to do something that's healthier for me. Don't laugh. Like, I'm gonna.
No, I'm proud of you though.
I'm coming back with a revenge bod of just like for myself, right? Because I deserve it. So, and if you want to stick her, her stuff in there, it is underneath precise_glow, and it's PRECISE_glow. That's what it is on Instagram. That's what it is on Facebook as well. Go in there and see what she's doing. So whether it's teeth whitening, if you're wanting some lipo face injections, if you're also wanting to be on a healthier eating plan, diet, exercise, which is what I'm also going to go see her for. I'm excited. What'd you do?
I'm just excited for you.
I'm excited because I'm gonna see she is gonna be my accountability coach, and her name's Dorothy, and I'm excited. I'm motivated. We're gonna motivate each other, and so definitely put her information in there because I definitely want to support her. And plus,
You gonna have
over
to
these next, over do what now?
send it to me on the back end so I can plug it
On
in.
this whole journey of the next 4 to 6 weeks, my goal is to be able to definitely show everybody the results of what she is being able to do for me.
Okay.
And
great.
so it's kind of like going to be a fun thing because then we're going to have like I can't hide like what's going on in my life, right? So we're going to see if it's a good thing or not. I think it's going to be an amazing thing. She's amazing. She's sweet. She's so professional. So definitely I'm about to send it to you right now so that you can put that on there. And then but I'm ready to get that 44-year-old body in shape. Like I'm gonna be 44. But I'm gonna rock it. I'm gonna rock this.
Well, kudos
I'm
to you.
do this.
Kudos to you. So you keep up the great
I'm trying
work.
to be positive, but I need everybody else just to give me that same like energy right now.
You got this. You got it. You got this. So keep doing what you're doing.
So did you get that? Did you get that too? I sent that to you, but are you not kind of like I'm kind of excited to see what this does for me. And so I'm gonna definitely see what what her she's out of Sherman. She's actually been watching our show, and I think we should also try to have her as a guest on the show to talk about what she offers, her services and stuff that she offers. And then maybe that way people can also see who it is that's helping me through this journey that I will be on for the next 4 to 6 weeks, and hopefully a lifetime change commitment of just eating healthier. I don't know what I'm going to do about not being able to have my energy drinks.
You're gonna do good.
But I'm going to do it.
All right. That's right.
Yep.
There.
Thank you. Yeah. And so definitely, check her out. Furman, if you aren't following her, I want you to follow her as well. Give her that support. She's definitely helping just motivate everybody to just be in a healthier them, and that's what she's doing for me as well. So I am excited, and we'll definitely try to schedule her one day to come on the show.
Well, definitely, we're gonna do one more commercial. We're gonna do, and then we're gonna send it off.
Okay.
I wonder if I can get like some kind of state benefits for like hosting the Special Olympics here.
Like hate speech and shit like that.
What if it's a parody? I think that's an exemption. If you're a troll, you're exempt from the rules.
You have a troll license?
I do have a license to troll, actually.
You have a license to troll, yeah?
Mm-hmm. It's a fishing license.
Oh my God, you're beautiful.
Thank you.
What's up with that forehead, though?
It's a 5-head.
That's Chuckles. That's just sneak peek. That's what you're gonna be in tune to tomorrow night. Hey, let me ask you this: if God told you that and He said something about your forehead, how would you receive that?
I mean, it depends on what He's saying about my forehead. Like, so I am going to talk to her also about maybe doing a little Botox here in these 11 o'clock lines, because like my face, like I tell you all the time, I'm very expressional with my face and hands on the show, but that 11 o'clock line right there, but I think too, like when I wear my hair pulled back behind my ears, it makes my forehead look bigger. So if somebody wanted to say something about my forehead being big, well, then I'm probably not showing enough cleavage on the show, and you're paying attention to the wrong thing.
Well, I mean, you just say that you're gorgeous, but you got a big forehead.
I mean, okay. I gotta have space for the brain. Like, I'm smart. I need the extra space. Get over it.
That's funny, but I know she's gonna be with us tomorrow night, so we're looking forward to having Chuckles with us tomorrow night. So we're about to get ready to get off this air, and we're about to get ready to shut it down. We're ready to leave the studio. Desiree, have any final remarks you want to leave?
Now, just you guys be kind to each other. Be kind to yourself. It's definitely a rough world out there, but you deserve the best of everything. And if you need help with anything that you're going through, any struggles in life, like don't hesitate to reach out and just ask somebody. Communication is key, and sometimes we just don't know what you're going through. And I say this today because yesterday was a very hard day for me, not for me personally, but for the veterans that I serve. And I just wish that they always reach out, and be kind to each other, because you don't know what somebody else is going through. We can come on this show every every night that we, do this, and we could smile. But truth is, we also have our own stuff going on behind scenes. And so be kind to everybody. Everybody's going through a journey.
Yeah, well, they'll be kind. And like I said, y'all remember the graveyard. Everybody had one thing in common. They thought they were going to see tomorrow. And then let's live life like it is our last. And most importantly, love yourself. Look yourself in the mirror. Tell yourself we're going to win. Tell yourself we're going to succeed. Tell yourself we're going to conquer. Tell yourself we going to win. And tell yourself I love you. And all of that, if somebody falls in your heart, send them a text, send them a call, just say, hey, I'm thinking about you. You just came across my mind. That really changes somebody's world when you send out kind words. Like I could text Desiree in the middle of the night and just say,
and I'm like, thank you, Vermin. No, I'm usually up. He knows I'm up. I don't hardly sleep at all. I'm running off to like 3 to 4 hours of sleep, guys.
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and
I'm
let you
running
get
off to
rest.
3 to 4 hours of sleep. So if you guys need somebody to cheer you up, if you're not looking at my Facebook page, if that doesn't cheer you up or piss you off, then reach out to me. No, actually, that's a lie. Y'all don't reach out to me. I don't check those messages on Facebook. Let's be honest. It's not because I'm rude by any means. It's just that when you have like 200 to 300 coming in a day, I just can't keep up with it.
Right.
I'm not rude, guys. I'm really not. I promise you. If you'll say something on my page, I'll see it. If you're messaging me in my inbox, I'm sorry.
You're right. So me and you can be back here tomorrow night. Quan should be joining us tomorrow night as well. So we'll be back here tomorrow night. And also remember, I will be doing the 10 o'clock show in the morning at 10. So tune in for that. Other than that, me and Desiree out the studio. So man, y'all have a great night. And me and Lady D, the spicy one herself, we'll see y'all tomorrow night here on Walking This Way Impact West Podcast. Big shout out to Ellie as well.
Yes.
She did great for her very first time. We thank everybody for supporting her. Desiree coming in, asking her questions. She warmed up to it, so she did a thing. She really did. So we appreciate her again. I know you're gonna talk to her after the show. Probably,
Yes, I will.
So. All right, so I'm gonna let you go ahead and talk to her. We'll be back here tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen, here on Walking This Way Impact West Podcast. Remember, go to our YouTube channel. Go like, subscribe, comment, share. We really want to get our subscribers up to the 1,000. We at 491, I think. So that's pretty good. We want to get it all the way up. So go to our YouTube channel, subscribe, click that notification button. Once you click that notification come, you'll get all brand new episodes when we go live stream on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. So I'm gonna leave that alone. So Desiree, go ahead and check on Ellie. And we'll be back here tomorrow night here on Walking This Way Impact West Podcast. Peace.